And here we go. We are off, folks, live from Similori Field. We got some Lady Bulldog softball action. First batter in the box, wrapping up the regular season. That is outside 2-0 the count. I am the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer, owner Shane Blanger. We got Lisa behind the lens. Together we are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you Lady Bulldog softball here today, folks. Beautiful, beautiful Tuesday night action. One more game to go in the regular season after this one, and then the playoffs begin next week. And that is right down the chute, so 2-1 the count. A lot has happened here for these ladies who seem to hit a groove here in the league. And it fouled off. 2-2 the count, as the Bulldogs have reeled off 7 straight league victories, which put them at a 12-4 league record, which is an extremely impressive run. And the 2-2 offering from Valentini, that should be lowered away, full count. Cranston West, final opponent for the Bulldogs. And a swing and a miss takes care of the first batter via the strikeout, 1 down. Outfield shaded about halfway. And the righty steps in for Middletown, first pitch in the outside portion for a strike. Leadoff batter lefty for the Islanders. Rebuilding year for the Islanders. Coming here with spoiling aspirations, like to shake things up. Although I was told from good sources coaching that the Bulldogs are locked into the 4 or 5 game double elimination tournament already, regardless of how things spin out. I don't know any details, and when I guess I am always wrong. And a nice off-speed breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strikes out, 2 up, 2 down. Nobody on. And man, when you can pull that much off of a breaking ball with a fastball like she has, I mean, there are some good teams in this division across the board. That pitch is away. I mean, 5 losses or less, you're talking there is 6 teams. That's impressive. 1-0 pitch, and that's that breaking ball. Change up, breaking ball, and that's a swing and a miss. Mile ahead, so 2 outs, 1-1 count here. Top of the first inning. And that is going to be sprayed out to right. In steps number 36, leadoff hitter for the Bulldogs, Alex Storr, coming in with an impressive 370 average. First pitch is low and in. I can't really give you a take on the Islander pitcher. He took only one warm-up and had him throw it down to second. I expect more movement than velocity. And that's another low and in breaking ball. And that was the one pitch we saw in warm-ups was low and in. So we are in the bottom half of the first. Sophie Valentini starts out by striking out the side. And I'll tell you what, she has got a hold of that breaking ball and the velocity of it and the ability to pull the string on it like that. That's going to make it a tough task for opponents in the postseason. Still with a year to go, Valentini. And this one's going to be low and in and take the walk in 4 pitches. So I've seen 5 land that way. Bulldogs in business right off the rip. In steps the number 2 hitter, Isabella Austin, the sophomore, number 19. And that one drops over the plate, steals second, throws high and easily. And in scoring position is Storr with the stolen base. Somewhere I have here base running. Let's see. And this one's going to be low in. She fouls off the bunt, and that'll be a strike. And 17 stolen bases, make it 18 for Alex Storr in this her 22nd game. That is an impressive season on the base pass and ripped down the left field line. Foul. Turned down that one. Split Coach Luppy and the base, and unfortunately that's a little bit foul for the Bulldogs. So this is a lot of movement on the pitches and a lot of movement in the wind-up itself, which can complicate things a little bit early. Certainly not on the last pitch for Austin. Inside, takes it for a ball.
1-2.
Outfield playing the pull. And that's low and in, 2-2 the count. A lot of the Bulldogs' numbers here are much more colorful than the last time we were here. The numbers have risen greatly across the board, hence a 7-game league winning streak. And over the plate, fouled off. Took a little off that one, able to fight the 2-strike pitch. Another life for Austin. And the pitcher number 15, Sophia Valentini, on deck. Outside, reaches for it, pops up to second base. And it drops, falls safe. And she will reach on the error. That's not an infield fly. Needs to be runners on first or first and second, a forced run. And it was not the case there, so the Bulldogs will benefit from the error and are in business early. 2 runners on, nobody out. And the pitcher, Valentini, stepping in the box. She will take her .333 average to the dish today. Check swing. She went. Strike 1. The 0-1, and that drops over the plate. Number to short. It's going to be a tough one. Running in. Nice play. Throw to first. Can't complete it, though. Off the first baseman's glove. That's going to score the first run of the day. Valentini wisely heads to second. And the Bulldogs now 1 run in, 2 runners in scoring position, 2 straight errors by the Islanders. And against an offense like this Bulldog team, you can't do that. You can't do it early. In steps Emma Caracciolo for the Bulldogs with her .353 average. And colors across every column. 21 RBIs, 2 round trippers. And here we go. 1 run in, 2 runners in scoring position, and the inside pitch is the ball. Want to know the count. So if you look just by records, this is something you may have expected coming in, but you can't do that, especially at this point in the season or this early in the game. Waits on it, and that is a ground ball single to left field, and that's going to be a 2 RBI single. Always seems to play them when they're on the pond, follows it to second, and a 2 RBI double by Caracciolo. Tack 2 more on. That gives that 21 to 23 on the year, and the Bulldogs with 3 in the books here in the bottom of the first inning. Caracciolo in scoring position, still nobody out. In steps number 12, Tori Gabriel, the sophomore. And the pitch drops in low and in. Playing the pull pretty much on everybody, which I can understand why. Definitely a movement pitcher, and literally drops it into the zone there. 1-1 the pitch, or 2-1 the count. And that one falls in and gets the benefit of the call there. 2 strikes. 1 and 2 for Gabriel. Caracciolo at second after another RBI double, and Higgs onto that one, and that's going to be a single up the middle, held up the base runner for a moment, still moves her to third, and the Bulldogs still yet to be retired as Gabriel 2-strike hitting with the single. Bulldogs at the corners, 3 runs in, and in steps number 11, Lillian Vettelino, the junior with a .314, an impressive average with over 51 at-bats. And the steal of second by Gabriel, uncontested. Bulldogs again with 2 runners in scoring position and nobody out. And drops it in, ground ball. Shortstop takes it, throws across it, and throws a wild one. And Vettelino's not only going to get first, going to take second. And that will score Caracciolo. Tack another one out for the Bulldogs. Gabriel heads to third. Vettelino heads to second. 2 runners in scoring position for Westerly, still with no outs. Now we have 3 errors in the bottom half of the first inning here, and the Bulldogs have plated 4. And drop that in for a strike. In steps the catcher, the captain, the leader, number 23 for the Bulldogs, Dina Arnold. And that one's on the inside portion, fouled off. So a pitcher like this generally takes sometimes 1 time through the lineup to actually slow down, keep your weight back, and get a timing of, and takes ball low. That is not the case here for the Bulldogs tonight. 1 and 2 the count, nobody out. First base open, 2 in scoring position, and a line drive, and that is just foul. Certainly would have scored 2. The Bulldogs' bats are on fire at the moment. This production, folks, brought to you in part by Wireless Zone. Authorized Verizon retailer, repair zone, crack screen, new battery. We got you covered. Located next to Duncan at Dunn's Corners in Westerly. Wireless zone. Here we go, the pitch. And that is roped. Deep left. It's got the left fielder for certain. Laying off the bat. Out of here. Clears the fence for the 3-run homer. Holy smokes, Dina Arnold with the 2-strike 3-run homer. Just clearing the ivy in left field. The senior hits a bomb, and the Bulldogs on fire heading into the postseason, folks. Greeted by her team at home. That's 7 in the first. Nobody out, starting fresh here. Nobody on for captain number 5, Kaylee Lamb, the senior. Arnold got a hold of that one. I lost it in the ivy just over the fence, and holy smokes. So now that puts 3 Bulldogs on the books with round trippers this year. Correction, 4 Bulldogs on the books with round trippers this year, and that is an impressive pack of power on your team. Drops in a bit high, good eye. And out of the way. 2 balls. Lamb with the open stance. I'm familiar with. That's what I actually employed back in the day. And a good eye, good at bat. She'll take first base still. No Bulldogs retired. I'm going to get some sponsors in. This one might be a little shorter than usual. Folks, this production is brought to you in part by Valenti Subaru. Subaru sales and service located at Dunn's Corners in Westerly. Valenti means value with over 90 years in the auto business. The Valenti family knows how. Number to short. Runs on it. Throw. Cuts by the first baseman. Again, another throwing error. Bulldogs don't advance. Staying on the heels a little bit there, but that is what we've seen. That is the 4th throwing error of the inning. And there was a drop. That's a total of 5. And that's why we have a 7 spot. No, that is not why. That's part of the reason. These Bulldogs are hitting. And it took 0 adjustment time for an off-speed movement pitcher. Sprays one into right. And that's another hit. Bulldogs, Coach Luppy holds up everybody. And the umpire's returning everybody. And that is going to take a hit away from Storr, who looks perplexed. So it looks like the Bulldogs are kind of putting on the brakes a little bit on the base pass. I'm not sure what in the heck went wrong here, other than the fact that the umpire saying he wasn't ready. That being said, runner on first, nobody out, and again, calling him dead. And she is out at first base for leaving early. So the Bulldogs with some semblance of a base running flaw there. Got me a little befuddled. A swing and a miss, got a strike on Storr. 2 outs now on the board. Nobody on. 7 in and under it. Shortstop's going to have to make the play. Calls Everett off, and that'll end the first inning, and a long one it is. After 1, the Bulldogs played 7 on the back of a 3-run homer from captain Dina Arnold. And we'll head to break and be back for the second. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing it to you from Similority Field, where the Lady Bulldogs are on fire here on the diamond. First pitch, ground ball, second base, nice range. Vedolino throws the first, and that'll be the first out of the inning. 4-3 for the ground out. 4 up, 4 down so far for Middletown. All Bulldogs so far, the bats on fire. Took no adjustment time to the pitcher whatsoever. Arnold hitting the bomb. There were several doubles in the onslaught of offense. I think the Bulldogs took a little bit of kind of put their heels on a little bit of mercy towards the end of the inning there. And a swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball by Valentini. Early on in this one, top of the second. This production brought to you in part, folks, by Valenti Subaru Sales and Service, located at Dunn's Corners in Westerly. Valenti means value with over 90 years in the auto business. The Valenti family knows how to keep customers happy. Voted Retailer of the Year 2022 by Subaru of New England. That's Valenti Subaru. And this is Valentini's pitch, and that is up and away. Count is 3-1. As shade starts to drape its way over the outfield here, Similority Field is rocking. A good crowd on hand, as always, for these Lady Bulldogs. And the number to right back at the pitcher. Handled, throws to Caracciolo for out number 2, 5 up, 5 down. Up steps number 13 for the Islanders, Georgia Cathers. And breaking ball right down the chute, swing and a miss. They're ahead of the breaking ball. And that's what I thought you might see out of this Bulldog, which is obviously an extremely talented line on top to bottom. And another breaking ball. See that one with more pop on it, more slider action. To have that combination with a fastball, Valentini is definitely honing things in here. And that's the breaking ball. Steve Reich, 3, and that will do it for the Islanders in order. 6 up, 6 down, 1.5 in the books. Heading to the plate, the Bulldogs already with a 7-0 lead. We're taking a break. Here we go, and we are off at bat. The number 2 hitter, Isabella Austin, number 19 for the Bulldogs, who batted around in the bottom of the first. First pitch is a ball, and I am looking at their final opponent, which looks to be a non-league game versus an extremely talented Cranston West squad. I say extremely talented. Their conference record's 13-3, so they've played more games. Bulldogs only have 4 losses in the conference too. So all of these teams, that's why it's from top to bottom in different divisions as well. They are bottled up, so that's why we have the playoffs. That's why I get fired up. Everything gets sorted out in the postseason. And that is going to stay upstairs for the ball. 3-1 the count. You're going to see a lot less or no stealing, bunting, a lot less of that stuff going on here, I have a feeling. And that's going to stay upstairs. Can't avoid a walk on the side plate. One runner on, and in steps the pitcher, Sofia Valentini, having a day on the rubber and at the dish. And then Valentini and Caracciolo both had RBI doubles in the bottom of the first. And small lead off the first. Pitch drops in as a ball. 1-0 the count. And that one drops in there for a strike. 1-1. And a little away. 2-1 the count. And that's going to be inside, gets away from it, but it does get away from the catcher. Runner advances to second base. 3-1 the count on Valentini, who is in total control. She has seen 6 batters, retired 6 batters, struck out 4 or 3, and that's a single ripped up the middle. Coach Luppy is going to hold his runner up at third base. Clearly could have scored. We're going to go base to base from here. I mean, you got to go 5 regardless. And every team's been on the both sides of these seasons. It's good to see coaching like you're seeing here tonight. Up steps Emma Caracciolo, already with another another 2-run double to add to her resume. First pitch is low, ball 1, 1-0 count. And that is upstairs, 2-0 count. And it's really tough to tell batters of this quality to take it easy. You really can't do it. And that one's going to be a line drive. Single in front of the center fielder that will score the run. 2 for 2, Emma Caracciolo on the day. Single, double, 3 RBIs. As the numbers grow in the stat sheet, only a junior, 8-0 here, bottom 2. And that is upstairs. Runners at first and second. Kiefer's Martial Arts, folks. Kids Karate, 2 free weeks and a free uniform. Exclusive offer for Westerly Live viewers. Use coupon code Westerly Live at checkout on Kiefer'sMartialArts.com. And we have a 2-0 count. Nobody out, runner on first and second base for the Bulldogs. 1 run in, and that's going to be low and in. 3-0, and this would load them. Vedolino on deck. Singled in her first at bat as well, and grabbed a couple RBIs. That one's in there for a strike. 3-1, hitters count. And ground ball right up the middle, and that's going to be a hit for the hitter. Only 1 base we go. The Bulldogs will have them loaded, though, with nobody out. They are finding every hole, every spot. Everything's landing for this Bulldog offense. At bat number 11, the second baseman, Lillian Vedolino, the junior. And the infield is playing up, all of them. And that drops in on the outside corner, strike 1. Already with some RBIs and a hit in the first, Vedolino. And that's low and in. They stop by the catcher. And that drops in there, and the umpire's going to call that a strike. Late decision, but you're going to start seeing that too. And this one, it straight fouled off, sprayed towards the fence, and no one can get there. New life here, 1-2 the count. Nobody out, and the bases are loaded here for the Bulldogs. So the last league game of the season here, the Bulldogs want to head into the playoffs with an 8-game league winning streak. That is extremely impressive, let me tell you. And that is going to be another hit. Hit number 2 on the day for Vedolino. RBI number 3. And the Another runner crosses the plate. The Dogs have them loaded again, and still no outs. Up steps the captain, the senior, Dina Arnold, who jacked one over the ivy in left field in the bottom of the first for a 3-run home run. Her first round tripper of the year. 4 Bulldogs in the column with round trippers this season. And that one's roped in. The third baseman grabs it, hit right on the nose. Can't hit it any harder. And the Islanders deserve the break. In reality, every other time it's come off the Bulldogs' bat, it's found an opening. So 1 down, and the infield still ahead. Still up. Bases still loaded. And a swing and a miss. Kaylee Lamb at bat for the Bulldogs. And that one's going to get just past the pitcher. Shortstop charges, throws to first, and Lamb's out at first. Plates another run as Gracilo crosses home plate. And the Bulldogs have 2 outs with 2 runners in scoring position. In steps number 7, Maya Henderson, as the Bulldogs already rotating people in. Doesn't matter at the moment. That one drops in right up to shoot for another Bulldog hit. Everybody on the button. Another one crosses the plate. Henderson off the bench, up to bat, and safely arrives at first. So we got runners at the corners. Bulldogs have 2 down. And that one falls in, doesn't get the call. Storr, the leadoff hitter, up for the 3rd time here, and hits that one right center field. That's going to go over the head of the right fielder, and that's going to roll all the way to the fence. One's going to cross the plate, and Coach Lumpy's going to stop the runner at third again. Storr with a stand-up double. And that gives the Bulldogs another 2 outs still with 2 more in scoring position. In steps number 19, Isabella Austin. And inside is the pitch, 1-0 is the count. Bulldogs working on their 3rd time through here. That one drops in for a strike, 1-1. First base open, 2 down. Infield's drop back to normal depth. And that one is popped to short. Been busy in that area. And that'll be handled for the 3rd out of the inning. Bulldogs pour some more on the score after 2. Westerly 12, the Islanders 0. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner, Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you some live Lady Bulldog softball action. And boy, did they bring it here today, folks. They lead by a score of 12-0 at the top of the third inning, looking for their 8th straight league win heading into the playoffs. This is their final league game of the season. One more non-leaguer, and it's postseason time, folks. I am fired up. Postseason schedules to be determined, but all that being said, the girls brought it today and now have had a mass overhaul in the lineup, and that's what the coaches are finishing with the umpires. It's pretty much you got your JV squad in at the moment, and
I'll give it to you in a few minutes.
just going to take the umpire a couple minutes to write everything in, and it looks like he's pretty much set, and we are ready to roll here in the top of the third inning. First and foremost, number 20, the freshman Lila Oth, on the rubber for the Bulldogs, who I noticed the headlines in one of the games we didn't cover. First pitch strike. Homered for the Bulldogs. And that is swing and a miss. 0-2 count. And 3 pitches. Took a little off the breaking ball. Pulls a string and a swing and a miss a mile ahead. I'm telling you, that speed change, holy smokes, as a freshman, too. I'll start forgetting that when I see it. 3 pitches and takes care of business. No one on, 1 down. And that one drops low and in. With a lot of velocity here out of Oth. I can see that. 1-0 the count. And that's that curveball, swing and a miss. Oth, a 3-sport athlete with varsity action across the board as a freshman. And that's low and in. 2-1 the count. We are in the top of inning number 3, folks. And that's a nice breaking ball over the outer portion of the plate. 2-2 the count. And the breaking ball swing and a miss. Dives away. Can't reach that one. Impressive. 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts for the freshman. I don't care really who the batter is on those last 2 breaking balls. You're not going to reach it, but you're going to be very enticed. Starts it right over the plate, and boy, does it dive away. And the delivery, the pitch, low and in. 2-0 the count. 2 outs. Nobody on. Top 3. Regular season division finale here. Lady Bulldogs softball foul straight back. 2-1 the count. Everything getting sorted out everywhere. Boys lacrosse, regular season division title, perfect 14-0. Got a first round bye. It'll be in action sometime next week, and we'll bring it to you. And that's low and in. 3-1 the count. Girls lacrosse. It'll be either Thursday or Friday night from Salwa Jerry Field, their one and only home playoff game. And that's going to be fouled off down the right field line. Full count now. For number 4 for the Islanders, Ava Rosa, a junior.
We're full.
And the break ball, fouled straight back, still alive. And holy smoke, did she take a lot off that one. That was impressive. I don't care who you are at bat. You're not going to be able to keep your weight back. Bulldogs 3 up, 3 down, a perfect third. Head to the dugout with a 12-0 lead. We will return for the bottom half of inning number 3.
Ready? All right, here we go.
And in steps the freshman, number 20, Lila Auth. Now the pitcher grounded foul on the third base side, as Sophia Valentini has a heck of a day. It's a short one, but extremely effective. Gives up nothing from the rubber. And the Bulldogs flip the lineup. Up steps the pitcher. 0-1 the count. And that's going to be upstairs. Auth already has 11 innings pitched on the books this year. Do believe only giving up 1 run. Low and in, good eye, 2-1 the count. That is correct. 1 earned run in 11 innings. That's a good start to your varsity career, and that is sprayed foul to the right. 2 into the count. Bottom of the third. We will be back here Thursday, first pitch, 6 p.m. for the non-league finale. And waits on it, sprays it to right field. Nobody can get it, and that'll be a single for Auth. And the Bulldogs again in business. Fights it off her hands, and now in steps number 9 for the Bulldogs, Sarah Arnold, the sophomore. Low and in, and the catcher does a nice job of keeping it. Throws down to first. On deck for the Bulldogs, looks like number 22, Ava Tenuta. And that one drops in outside. And that one stays up. And that one's roped foul for strike number 1, 2-1 the count. Crowd having a good time, of course, why wouldn't they? Hope the good vibes continue into the playoffs. And that's a line drive foul. Right on it. Just a little ahead. And that's what I thought the Bulldogs might run into in the first inning. First time through the order. With a pitcher like this, a little bit of movement, but low on velocity, sometimes it takes a little bit to get that weight to stay back on your back leg. And not the case here for the Bulldogs. And a good eye combined that is going to earn the trip to first. Runners on first and second for the Bulldogs now with nobody out. Tenuta will step in with a flashy white helmet.
Score. The Flex 22 is hitting for the DP. Here we go. Play.
And that's going to be away. The 1-0 pitch inside, 2-1 on the count, throw back to first, not there. Dives in safely. And that one's going to be fouled off to the right. So the Bulldogs have earned their spot in the 4-5 game, I was told.
1-2.
Prior to this one, so I'm assuming nothing changes with it. And they're into the double elimination tournament. And once you got a ticket, anything can happen, folks. And that's going to be inside. Full count here, still nobody out. 2-1 for the Bulldogs. And that one's going to drop in, swing and a miss. Out number 1 on the off-speed pitch. Ava D'Artona steps in for the Bulldogs. Got a .429 average this season. That's pretty impressive. 37 plate appearances, 28 official at-bats, She's got some walks and she's got some sack flies. 0-1 the count. But yeah, through 37 plate appearances, a 4.29 average. You can't knock those numbers, let me tell you. And that is going to be a called ball, I think. 1-1 the count, we'll go with. Bulldogs got 2 on and nobody out. Stays upstairs. Field pretty much covered in shade now. I don't think that's going to really matter. And that one waits on that one. Ground ball to third. Touches. Across the diamond over the head. Off the fence. So nobody's going to advance for Westerly. That's going to turn into a fielder's choice. Knock down the leadoff runner for Middletown. So that works out for the Islanders. We got 2 outs now and number 99 in for the Bulldogs. Ella Keegan. And she right down the third base line, going to step on third. Golf swing style. That'll end the inning for the Bulldogs. We have 3 innings in the books. Bulldogs 12, Islanders 0. We head to the 4th. I'll be back, folks. And welcome back. Here we go, folks. We are in the top of inning number 4. The Islanders step in. And pitch number 1 is going to be low from Lila Auth. And I dug up the articles I brought here, and this is not her first varsity action whatsoever. She had doubled home the go-ahead run in a 4-3 victory versus West Warwick on the 16th. Ground ball to third, across the diamond they go, and that is a 5-3 out number 1 for the Bulldogs. 4 up, 4 down for Auth. And on top of that, I mean, the future's bright here. The Bulldogs, as they stay young, and they won the Coaches Association JV tournament, and that was where Ella Keegan drove in 3 runs and Lila Auth homered and got the win on the rubber as Wesley High defeated LaSalle Academy. Yes, Wesley High defeated LaSalle Academy. That's impressive, 6-4. In the Rhode Island Fast Pitch Coaches Association JV tournament at Brayton Park. So that is a absolute feat right there. So congratulations to the ladies. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Top 4. Breaking ball away. 2-1 the count. Bulldogs play straight up. So Valentini came right out on fire here today as well. Her pitches going where she wanted, and as fast as she wanted, and was also hot from the plate. At bat, I mean. And gets a spinner, checks swing, can't hold up, strike 3. They throw it down anyway. And that one dove out of sight in front of the plate for another strikeout. In steps number 2 for the Islanders. 2 outs, nobody on here. Quick top after the 4th. And that's got some pepper to it. Strike 1. Movement as well, though. Nothing straight here so far. But no need really to rear back, apparently. And it does. There is velocity there, low and in. 1-1 the count. Baseball team in action in Woonsocket here tonight in a big game. Breaking ball, they wait on it, drives to center field, being tracked in, and it's going to drop in front of the center fielder. Booped it in there for a single. A little too far for second, a little too close for center. So the Islanders with a runner on first base and 2 outs here. And first pitch is ball 1. And that's up and in. She actually stood there, allowed it to possibly hit. It did not. 2-0 the count. So the Bulldogs, another impressive stat coming into tonight's battle. They scored 112 runs and have only given up 77. Those are good numbers as well. And that one is fouled off. 3-1 the count. And that's going to be strike 2, fouled off to the right. So from 3-0 all the way back to a full count. 2 outs here, top of inning number 4. And another foul ball to the right, staying alive here. Full count remains. 2 down, top 4. Bulldogs in full command here. Have turned their lineup over. And the off-speed pitch drops in, stays high. Gives it a walk. Folks, this production brought to you in part by the Wireless Zone Westerly, authorized Verizon retailer. Repair Zone, cracked screen, new battery. We got you covered. Located next to Duncan at Dunn's Corners in Westerly. Folks, I'm getting fired up. Every pitch gets us that much closer to the postseason. Every day in each sport. All the chips on the table starting next week. Late this week for ladies lacrosse. And a nice pitch there. Can't reach that. 0-2 count. And that one's going to be low and in.
1-2.
1-2 the count here. 2 down. Top of the 4th inning. And that is going to be the shortstop. Flips it to third, out number 3, and that will end the threat. And we are through 3.5 innings of play. The Bulldogs set to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We will be right back.
Point.
In steps the freshman Abigail Emery, number 56. Watches ball number 1 go by. So here we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. The real scenario is the Bulldogs hold a 12-0 lead. And that's going to be a fly ball center field coming in on it and not going to get there. And that's going to drop right in front and get by. Shortstop ends up fielding it. So a leadoff single from the freshman Emery. Now, if the Bulldogs could maintain a 12-run advantage and get 3 more outs out of the Islanders, the game will halt. At bat for the Bulldogs. Waits on it, number 14, pulls down the first baseline. That'll move Emery ahead, but that will retire the batter. Brooke Power, the freshman. Now in steps number 2, Daisha Gingerella, another freshman for the Bulldogs. In essence, the runner on second would be an insurance run. And that's just right at first, off the first baseman's glove. Second baseman's got it. Back to first in time. Runner advances to third. And 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. We will be right back. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio here on Thursday, 6 p.m. first pitch for the regular season non-league finale. And that one is an all-speed breaking ball fouled off to the right. Number 37 at bat. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have a number 37 in my lineup. And fouled straight back. Isabella Mazzarese, the freshman at bat for the Bulldogs. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. A dozen in for the Bulldogs. Breaking ball, runner's going to head home. Shortstop's got it, throw to first, and they complete the out. 6-3 for the final out of the bottom of the 4th inning. We have 4 in the books, folks. The Bulldogs have 12. If they can get 3 more outs without giving up a run, that'll do it for the day here. Let's see what happens. We're going to take a quick break. And welcome back to the party here at Similori Field. Everything working well for the Bulldogs. As they head into the postseason, they are clicking. This will be league win 8 in a row for the Lady Bulldogs softball team. As they head into postseason. And this is inning number 3 for the freshman Lila Auth on the rubber. If she completes this one without giving up a run, that'll be 14 on the year with only 1 run in, 1 earned run given up. I don't know the exact ERA that produces, but I know it's really good. 1-1 the count. And called strike on the interruption. 1-2, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th. And that's a breaking ball, pulled the string, dropped them about 5 miles an hour. That's a tough one to hit, folks. Out number 1. Another strikeout for Auth. Middletown does need a run for this thing to continue. And that's going to be low. And straight foul.
We on that, please.
So we are going to be back in action, folks, right here on Thursdays, 6 p.m. for the regular season finale. It's a non-leaguer. Keep them warm for the playoffs. They have earned their bid into the double elimination tournament. They will start in the 4 versus 5 matchup. Their opponent undetermined as of the start of this game. More than likely a road game, but nothing confirmed. And pitches upstairs, gets the walk out of it. So the Islanders with a base runner and 1 out in inning number 5. Number 8 steps in for Middletown. And swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Bulldogs have been through their entire lineup, swinging them fouled back, going through the count. And the 0-2 pitch from Off. And that's a swing and a miss as she again takes some off of it. When you have pop on your fastball and you can pull speed off like that and control it, whew, that is a tough equation to solve as a hitter. And a beauty breaking ball there with some pepper behind that one. And up and away. Little knuckleball action there. So the Bulldogs 1 out away from putting this to the better early swing fouled away. 2 strikes, 1 ball, 2 outs, top 5. And the pitch slows it down again, swing and a miss. Throw to first, and that is going to be out number 3. And I want to be sure of myself as the teams should gather. And they will, and that's going to put a cap in this one, folks. The Bulldogs finished with 12 and shut out the Mariners in their league finale, and that will bring them to a 13-4 regular season league record. Impressive. They'll move on to the double elimination tournament, but not before we take their season finale on Thursday, first pitch, 6 p.m. Folks, this production brought to you in part by Wireless Zone, Valenti Subaru, Kiefer's Martial Arts, Coastal Graphics, Remy's Cycles, Teddy's Toys, McQuaid's Days Hardware, Nancy Siciliano of Oceanfront Homes, and Jersey Mike Subs. This is Wesley.Live, Wesley.Radio signing off. We'll see you Thursday at 6.
Girls, go out to right field. 15.